Turning failures into star wins. Master the art of transforming mistakes into powerful interview moments. Learn how to address the dreaded failure question with honesty, insight, and confidence. Turning your biggest fear into your strongest asset. Let's do it. The question that makes candidates freeze. Can you tell me about time you made a mistake? This single question triggers panic in most candidates. The room feels smaller, your mind goes blank, every instinct tells you to hide, deflect, or minimize. But here is the truth. This question could actually win you the interview if you know how to approach it. Let's look at the wrong approach versus the right approach, or the right mindset. What most candidates do is, I can't think of any mistakes. Right. Share fake trivial examples. Blame others or external factors. No. Show no personal growth. The result appears defensive, unaware, or dishonest. What programs want to see? Genuine honesty and vulnerability. We are all humans. Mistakes happen, setbacks happen, failures happen. Vulnerability, honesty, and authenticity. That's what they want to see. Deep self-awareness. Evidence of reflection. Clear demonstration of growth. The result shows maturity, insight, and resilience. Programs are not testing perfection. They are testing your capacity for honest self-assessment and continuous improvement. Medical training is demanding, and they need residents who can learn from setbacks rather than crumble under them. Now, here is your 3-step framework for success. If you notice, I tend to have this tendency to have things or gather things into 3 elements, 3 steps, 3 principles. I love 3s. They are great. They organize your thinking, your planning, your communication, and your reasoning. So 3 is the magic number that I use repeatedly and recurrently, if you noticed in my other videos. Going back to the 3-step framework for success with the failure or setback question. First of all, pick a real but safe story. What do I mean by that? Choose an authentic mistake that demonstrates growth without raising red flags. Focus on miscommunication, time management challenges, initial study struggles, or team coordination issues. But avoid, and these are the red flags and the unsafe stories that I'm talking about, anything related to patient harm, malpractice, ethical violations, or anything suggesting incompetence. The goal is vulnerability, not liability. Number 2, structure it with a star. This is our friend, star, for all behavioral questions. use the STAR model. Situation, set the context briefly and clearly. Task, explain your responsibility or goal or role. Action, and this is where you need to spend the most time. 70% rule. Remember, in my previous video, I talked about focus on your actions, not the results. Detail the specific steps you took to address the mistake. Here, the R stands for two things, the result and reflection. So we have double R. The result describes the positive outcome and what you learned. Here, maybe the outcome is not positive because it's a failure question, but you need to focus on the lessons learned and reflection. What these lessons actually did to you in terms of growth and development and improvement and changes in your mindset. That is what we want to focus on. This framework keeps your answer, of course, the STAR framework, focused and professional. Now, the end with meaningful reflection, and I mean by reflection here is, this is your redemption arc. Explain how the experience changed your behavior, your mindset, or approach to medicine. It has to have changed you. Okay? What specific actions do you take differently now? Because that's what they want to see. They are not trying to shame you by making you outline your mistakes or your setbacks. They are trying to see how you learned or what you learned out of these setbacks and failures. How much growth did you get? That is the part that you need to really emphasize. Key insight, programs want to see that you have internalized the lesson and actively apply it in your practice and in your life. That's what they want to see, growth. Let's look at this example. From struggle to growth. That's the story. During my early clinical rotations, I struggled to delegate tasks effectively. Notice here the choice of the mistake or the setback or the problem is skill-based. And skill-based problems are easy to fix. You can gain skills, you can correct and modify skills, or you can lose and drop a skill. So it's something that's modifiable, can be changed, can be improved. Okay? So skill-based failures are the best choice. So here, struggle to delegate tasks effectively. I wanted to do everything myself, which created bottlenecks and frustrated team members. A senior resident pulled me aside and advised me to clarify team roles at the start of each shift. I implemented this immediately, creating a brief pre-round huddle to assign responsibilities. Our workflow improved dramatically. More importantly, I learned that leadership isn't about doing everything. It's about empowering your team and involving them in the different tasks to allow them to learn themselves and to gain skills. Now, I start every shift by establishing clear expectations and checking in regularly. Why this works? It's real and relatable. It's a genuine, honest story. It's a common uh, issue in medical training. This feels authentic, and authenticity is required. Honesty and authenticity. Number two, it shows initiative. The candidate didn't just listen to what the senior resident was telling them. No, they immediately implemented the feedback. That's initiative. This proactive mindset is very commendable and very positive. And this story demonstrates growth because his behavior, that skill of delegation, was gained after this incident. The reflection reveals a fundamental shift in understanding leadership. Now he knows what leadership is. It's not about doing everything yourself, it's about being able to delegate and assign roles to the team members, the other team members. Then, this is the call to action. Transform your interview story today. What to do? Again, 3 steps. Step 1, identify one genuine challenge or mistake that taught you an important lesson. Okay? Remember that story bank that you have, the different stories? Go and pick up a genuine challenge or mistake or issue that you are struggling with, and you worked on it, and an important lesson came out of it. You learned something out of that experience. Number 2, write it out using the STAR framework, our friend, the STAR framework for all behavioral questions. Be specific about actions. Focus on the actions you took. The results, and here in this specific question, I call them results and reflections. What shifted in you? What change happened to you? What kind of growth happened to you? Number 3, of course, practice telling it until the reflection feels natural and authentic. These are the 3 steps to improve and modify your mistake, failure, challenge, weakness stories. Remember this. Programs don't want perfect candidates. They want candidates who demonstrate progress, self-awareness, and resilience. And that's what exactly is demonstrated by these types of questions. Don't fear the failure question. Frame it as your opportunity to showcase maturity and growth. When you approach mistakes with honesty and insight, you transform them from weaknesses into your most compelling strength. In my next video in this series, we will talk about how to master personal questions with the STAR mindset. I would recommend that you follow me, you follow my channel, and of course, like, if you don't mind, and if you like these videos.